Have you ever asked your teenager, how was school today? And got one of these responses. Fine. Okay. Or absolutely nothing. And in that moment, something inside you tightens. You think, why won't they talk to me? What's going on? What are they hiding? Most parents assume their teen is being rude, lazy, ungrateful, or deliberately secretive. But after nearly 30 years in high school classrooms, sitting across from teenagers every single day, I've learned something very different. Teenagers don't shut down because they don't want to talk. They shut down because they don't feel safe enough to talk. And when I say safe, I don't mean physical safety. I mean emotional safety. Safety to speak without being judged. Safety to speak without being corrected. Safety to speak without it turning into a lecture, an interrogation, or a life lesson. And here's the uncomfortable truth for many parents. Sometimes the question, how was school, isn't the problem. The response they expect from us is the problem. And why is that a problem? Number one, the question feels like a test. For many teenagers, how was school doesn't feel like curiosity. It feels like the opening question in an exam they didn't study for. They have learned through experience that this question often comes with a sequel, a follow-up. Questions like, did you do your homework? Why did you get that mark? I told you to take maths seriously. What do you mean you don't know? So, before they even answer, their brain is already preparing for defense. Let me give you a real classroom example. I once had a learner say to me, "Sir, it's just easier to say fine than explain myself and get into trouble." That's not rebellion. That's self-protection, self-preservation. Point number two. Your teenagers are mentally and emotionally exhausted. By the time teenagers walk through the front door, they are done. They are finished. Not because they did nothing all day, but because they did everything. They have spent hours navigating friendships and social politics, which is a massive thing for them. They have spent hours avoiding embarrassment. We all know how teens are so worried about being embarrassed. They have spent hours trying not to stand out too much. They have spent hours following rules that don't always make sense. They have spent hours performing academically and regulating emotions they don't have language for yet. And when we meet them at the door with, "So, how was school?" For an adult, silence might feel like disrespect. For a teenager, silence is often recovery. I tell parents this all the time. Your teen's quiet is not rejection. It's decompression. Number 3, they don't know where to start. Here's something most parents don't realize. School is not one thing. It's hundreds of moments. A look from a friend, a comment from a teacher, a mark that disappointed them, a joke that hurt more than they expected, a win they didn't want to brag about, or a failure they are still trying to process. So, when we ask, how was school? It's like asking an adult, how was your entire life today? Where do you even begin? So they choose the safest answer. Fine. So, if how was school shuts doors, what opens them? Here are 3 alternatives that work better because they remove pressure and invite reflection, not performance. Option number 1, what was the easiest part of your day? This question feels safe. It doesn't demand success. It doesn't invite judgment. And often, the easy part naturally leads into the hard part. Option number 2. Did anything make you laugh today? Laughter always lowers defenses. It reminds your teen that you are interested in them, not just their marks. And sometimes, humor becomes the bridge to deeper conversations. Another option is, was today a heavy day or a light day? It reminds me of Winnie the Pooh. This question does something powerful. It gives them language for emotions that they are still learning to name. And here's the most important part. When they answer, don't fix it. No advice, no solutions, no when I was your age. Just listen. Because connection isn't built in the fixing, it's built in the feeling heard. Connection doesn't come from asking better questions alone. It comes from creating safer responses. When your teenager realizes, I won't be judged, I won't be lectured, I won't be controlled, I won't be compared to, that's when the real conversations begin. In the next video, we are going to talk about something that parents rarely realize. Why parents, your fear often disguises itself as control, and how that quickly damages trust. Because raising teenagers isn't about managing behavior. It's about protecting the relationship. If this resonates with you, then please subscribe, share, and like this video. And let's continue on this journey together. Thank you.